Alright, I'm going to take a look at worm predator real quick. Apparently this is something that has been evolved. This is a prog whale. It is the oldest prog whale, and I'm going to use it as a size comparison for these guys who are super itty bitty. That is an adult, and this is a baby. Not a huge size difference between the adult and the baby. Let's take a look at the baby real quick. It is 0.25 size factor of 0.317. It should age and mature really quickly. And fairly simple brain, just 8 nodes here. So tiny. It is 0.31. It's a fast guy. 0.75 on the speed, which is fairly good. Fairly wide view angle and almost maxed out view radius. Definitely a predator. Let's see what happens. Okay, so it sticks to the whale, which, you know, is to be expected. Slurping up meat. The growth is out of control, 0.53, which is fairly fast for something this small. We definitely have a want to grow modifier here, 10.58 on the bite. So it's the bite that overrides the constant. That's a good way to, it's a really good method. I like bite. So let's see how this whale is actually doing. It's tanking it. As far as the whale is concerned, this is just a parasite. However, its energy is going down and this whale is going to die because of it. We have an egg. The egg is not viable. The egg died and turned into a piece of meat immediately. The adult worm predator has died. We do have a viable egg that just did a whatever. And they're ignoring the meat. So can I spawn these guys on the meat itself? Will they eat the meat? They will eat the meat. All right. Cool. Unfortunately, this is the middle of nowhere and nothing's gonna happen. So I'm just gonna let them do their thing, and I'm gonna set in a 10-point spawner on these guys. Default tagging X. So here they come. And let's, interesting little maneuver. I think they're reacting to the plant. No, maybe not. Is it pheromone? Oh, this whale is dead. It's got 2 prugs on it. Okay, so worm predators cut through plants, which is pretty cool. I actually really like that feature. Okay, so the progs, a prog found it and they ate the prog. Not surprising. These are agile and fast. They also leave little Christmas ornaments. Look at that. It's so colorful. What do they actually do with that? Let's get rid of this because I'm not interested anymore. Let's see. Pheromone green is attached to want to attack. Fair enough. If want to attack is just on, so pheromone green doesn't really do anything. Red heading has a slight negative to digestion, which probably isn't super impactful. And blue heading goes into a linear, which goes into speed. So this is definitely something. Blue pheromone heading specifically. So if it's going in the direction of a blue heading, it's going to go faster, is what I get from that. We also have Sense, which goes into a linear and a red. So interesting. It tries to go away from blue pheromone. I wonder if that's them pushing each other away from each other. And then red pheromone has a slight correlation with egg, which is not actually enough to do anything with it. Let's see, we got this little guy up here. We're gonna take a look. So let's take a look at what the actual Bibit colors do. If a blue Bibit goes into a sigmoid, spits out red juice, which doesn't really impact anything. So kind of a dead end here. Meat angle goes into a linear, which goes into a multiplier, which goes into rotate. So, you know, that's fairly complex chain of events for meat collection. I wonder if maybe they're not made for this large, wide open of an area. And so this one has mutated and lost most of its hidden nodes, which is a fairly common mutation, I think. Just the loss of hidden nodes. Let's see. Meat closeness increases want to eat. So all of this is fairly complex, the want to eat, which is looks like it's all geared towards just not eating plants. The plant closeness has a negative 18.54 modifier. Oh, these things die so fast. All right. Plant closeness 18.5 modifier on both the grab and want to eat. Do I have to spawn one of these in a more... Let's pick one of these. It's on the food. It'll last a little while. We already figured meat angle. Meat closeness. We already did that. Actually, what is the modifier? 20. So we have really strong links going into want to eat. This is definitely where most of the brain is going. Most of the brain impact is going. Negative 0.49 on number of plants. So it doesn't really care about number of plants. It's all about how close it is. And let's see. So grab says yes, want to continue eat. 22.89. That is a strong modifier. 4.55 on the constant, which is low, but guarantees that without other inputs, it's going to be turned on. Pick on another one. They're really happy. Look at how happy they are. They love doing this. I'm actually curious, how big is their egg? 25.5, so we have quite a bit of maturation beyond just reaching maturity that needs to happen in order to lay eggs. So size factor, this one might not actually get to finish. 25 of 25.5. Yeah, so size factor of 0.41 is not big enough to lay an egg. It doesn't seem super efficient in the stomach, in the digestion. Let's see if we can find one that's not about to die. This one right here. So it's just burning meat. It just lets it go. And it does seem like it's putting most of it at growth, so not necessarily a bad thing. And here we go. So it looks like the acid level does drop when there's nothing to grab. Yep, there it is right there. We have a 4.95 connection from grab to digestion. Still, it doesn't give it a long time before it dies, and this is way out there, so it's done. How big can we get one of these? I'm just gonna force feed this guy. Eat that. And let's turn this up to 5. All right. Check out Want to Grow. Want to Grow is just at 99. Doing these little spinny spins. First egg. Second egg. Third egg. And dead. Well, okay, so it does seem that their offspring causes issues when it comes to trying to make a big one. That's fine. It's fine. It's probably my fault for not making sure that there was more meat in the area for the offspring to go after. And we're at 9.5 minutes, so I'm not going to try to force feed another one. It doesn't seem like it has a niche in this particular soup. Of course, this soup is fairly simple. It's just a whale and a predator, right? Everything is few and far between, so it's kind of a rough place for something like these guys. Let's take a look at this one, though. How big are you? Almost 0.5. Do we see a drop we don't see it drop and want to grow at all when the egg is laid. So this thing is, once it gets the meat, it's just like, I'm gonna get big. I'm gonna get big about it. And yeah, I think that's enough for now. They're gonna go cause problems for a little while, but I ultimately think they're gonna die out. Have a good one.